This is a story of August in New York, Beirut in September, and Ramadan in 2010. Just like any other month in life, Omar and Sophie are on a journey. Omar is a highly productive human being. He writes and directs heart-wrenching truth-telling documentaries and takes stunning photographs. He DJs parties across the globe where more women are in attendance than men. After all, he's a chick magnet, which is how he met Sophie. Sophie, like many celebrities these days, has no identifiable talent. She has become famous essentially by, well, being herself. While Omar makes plans for bigger and better things, Sophie dreams them into existence. Where Omar is panicked, Sophie is relaxed, and where Sophie is running late, Omar is on time. Both are dramatic, yet neither have reason to be. Life is good. At this particular moment, life has brought them together in Washington, D.C. This chapter of their union leading to their separation begins the first weekend of August, during which they prepare for a month of fasting. I really believe that. I believe that there's a reason you have 30 days. You have a
You know what? I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna just I can just start waking up in the morning and trying to stay up and read and have that time for myself and
Yeah, the time that you enjoy.
yeah.
Yeah. You can even watch Elwood in the morning.
I know.
We could come over and do a marathon. I could come over.
You're gonna come to 42nd Street?
Oh God.
Maybe we'll have a sleepover one night.
How did this come up? Why? You haven't called your mother yet.
My mother.
Yeah, you're fine. Tomorrow. First, okay, so we'll start the day. We'll start the day tomorrow with you calling your mother. I don't even know.
She's probably flying tomorrow, actually, today.
Did she text?
No, she didn't text. She called me on Thursday and I didn't call her back.
Send her a text and be like, Mom, I'm gonna call. Thinking of you, I'll call you tomorrow. She might not know how to text back, but she knows how to get text. As Omar worries about the bigger things in life, such as the safe arrival of his mother from one coast to another, Sophie focuses on more simpler things, such as clean kitchens to make pretty meals in to break fast with. Sophie forgives that Omar is no longer living within a 2-block radius of her, and on his last night in New York, she visits him in Hell's Kitchen. She arrives at his swanky 42nd Street apartment to find Omar hungover and in desperate need of a nap. She realizes at this very moment she'll be breaking fast alone that evening and proceeds to Bryant Park in time for sunset. Along the way, she meets a charming young man who's fascinated by her. He keeps her company while she eats.
So I'm actually on my way to the park because I saw a friend of mine who's leaving for Lebanon, 42nd and 10th, and I'm going to Bryant Park to break fast with my food. I brought, I cooked today.
Wow.
And I have, a Tupperware in here. I have some water. And I'm like, I'm in the city. So, I'm cutting across 42nd Street, and it's one of the most busiest streets that you can find.
Yeah.
And there's food everywhere.
Also an element of temptation, literally. Not for you because you have experience.
Yeah, but for
overall.
many people, I think about it, this city has many, many Muslims and, from all over the world who work in every single possible industry. Restaurants, cafes, exactly, taxi drivers, people who are selling things on the street, and today's a hot day. It's a hot day. So, it's interesting, I think, to be part of a shared experience, but in, different than if I was in a Muslim country where everybody's doing it. But, even a place like Egypt, everybody's going to know that it's Ramadan and it started, and everyone will probably know somebody else who is observing it, at the very least.
While the days technically get shorter, they feel longer. Little has changed, except that life has come to revolve around food and drink. Sophie realizes that this is the case no matter what month it is. Later that night, on the last night of August, Omar boards a one-way flight for Lebanon, where he will study Arabic with future FBI recruits, tan at gay beaches, and DJ lesbian parties. Ramadan is almost over, and it's been a week since Omar left Sophie and New York. Facebook informs her that he's reached Lebanon safely. Some nights later, Sophie dreams of Beirut, where she falls in love again. She eats and she cooks and she writes. She dances, she travels, and she perfects her French. Sophie finally receives an email of her own from Omar. "Hi baby," he writes. "How are you? I miss you. Beirut is fantastic. I've already met some wonderful people here and I totally love it. My apartment is beautiful. I think you'd really dig it." I've started DJing at one of the most popular gay bars in town. Oh, and everyone dances on tables here, FYI. Eid Mubarak, my dear friend. Come and visit me soon. I love you and miss you very much. 4 months later, Sophie leaves New York and follows her dreams. Omar has opened a club called Lesbula, where he'll be resident DJ.